And the next tier is uh, Dalton Stone. This stuff here. Now it requires to be a liquid. It's an alloy basically of the whole system. And to alloy it, we need ourselves a centrifuge, which is this block right here. I knew what it looked like. And to make it, it's just iron, iron plates, copper, and one of those mechanical cores. So I need one. So I'm going to put this down over. So I'm going to keep this system set up by itself. This is going to be a whole new system, which I'm going to put over here. So we've got a mixer. To get that into there, we need ourselves to smelt down some more, please. So let's get ourselves a melter. We can actually make two melters for this. Let's make two melters. What I'm also going to do is to extend this out. Let's Euro anyways. Let's do that. There we go. I'm doing that just because I can then I can have more storage for this side over here. So as I said, we've got a couple of these. I'm just going to put that there, there. There, that there. And I'm going to put this lever here because this should power both of those things, and it does. Cool. Does it reach that, or does it? It does reach that. So it goes through its own items by the seams of it, which is handy, I suppose. Let's have a cheeky peek. Yeah, these are filling up with ember. Nice, 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 nice. So to make ourselves the Dawn Stone, I'm going to put mechanical pump, and I think these things go into the top as far as I remember. I'm going to put these straight in, not go through a vat. Oh, damn. Damn. Why have you stopped? So, I've changed it up just slightly, because for whatever reason it wasn't working, but now it should be. So, from this point, I should really stop saying so. From this point, we want to put ourselves a couple of the fluid tanks down here, just for viewing purposes. Mechanical pump down to it, then straight into the bottom of this, and the same with that, and the same with that. And of course, these all need levers, because they're all redstone controlled, so they all need levers. This thing as well, this mixer also needs power in it, so let's in it. So there we go, it's getting its power. Now, to connect, to actually mix these things, to get ourselves Dawnstone, we need, in one of these bad boys, we need, you stopped going, that's interesting, we need copper, boop, and we need gold. Boop. So let these things start to smelt up to get ourselves some copper and gold. So turn that pump on, pump on. So in these ones we should be getting a lovely amounts of gold and copper. And from this we shall put it into our centrifuge, which should be getting nothing. I thought if we put, maybe we can't put a gauge on it. Never thought of that. But we mechanically pump out of the top of it put into here, we should start to get, if we do that, we should start to get Dalton Stone. There we go. Look at all that Dalton Stone rolling in. All right, looking good. Now, what can we do with this Dalton Stone? Now, Dalton Stone is, as I say, it's like the right now end tier ingot for the game. So from this, we could put this back into our stamper. So we can go back to this whole stamper system and get ourselves our ingots again, because that's really what we need to do. So let's get that set up over here as well then. Why not? From here, let's do the stamper the other way around, just for why nots. So we've got our stamper base and our stamper. I'm going to put my stamper base here. Let's not put the stamper base here. Let's put the stamper base like over here. And the stamper up there. Looks good. And iron pipe into the side with another one of those bins next to it. Oh, then we need another ingot cast, because that's the easiest thing to do. Ingot cast. And of course it needs power again, because everything needs power. There we go. Don't know why that didn't work before, but it's now... There we go. And we're getting the ingots next to it. Oh yeah, that's not going to go into the bin there. It pops out. Bottom? Yeah, goes out the bottom, not out the sides. We could also have that pumping out with the item pipes into a chest, but we're not going to. So we've got ourselves our first Dalton Stone ingots, which is cool. About bloody time. So that setup is what you need. You don't obviously need to have two melters. You can melt them down one at a time in the same melter into two different fluid tanks to get pumped into the mixer. So you could reduce it a little bit if you wanted. But realistically, at the end of the day, this is fine. This is fine. So again, what can you do with this Dalton Stone? This makes ourselves all of the fancy looking tools. This grandeur hammer, where it is, grand hammer, requires Dalton Stone blocks, Dalton Stone ingots, copper, and a stick, and all the other cool things that like do stuff. So let's get ourselves a few of these items and show you why I can't use them. Well, I can use them, but they're not very good. So we've got ourselves such as the gun, which is working because I'm in cheat mode. If I wasn't in cheat mode though, game mode 0, it doesn't work. Nothing works. Same with the staff, doesn't do anything. Clockwork axe, and that. Well, I'll show you what they look like though. Santa with his giant hammer, his giant pickaxe, his giant battle axe, his cool staff, and his cool gun. Pretty cool, right? So, to get these to work, what we need to do is... I'm not going to show you all the recipes for this, because come on guys, you've got JEI installed, surely by now. So what you need to do to actually get these is you need to have a battery of sorts on you, which is these. The mantle jar, which is just one of those ember shards and a few of these ingots. Now there is a bigger one there, but I haven't got it to actually work. So I'm going to use the mantle jar just to start off with. But we need a way to charge the mantle jar, and for that we need the copper charger. And in the copper charger is some of that Dalton Stone that we've just seen. Copper plate, iron plate, copper, and some redstone. So let's place it down here. Give it a receptor. And just because we don't need all the other things just now, let's tinker our hammer onto here, and go. So this thing's going to be charging up with some embers. And I throw this in here, and you get some cool ember effects. It'll take a wee minute to charge up, obviously. Give it a wee second. Is it charged up? No. Inside it does actually show you it. I should really have done this a little bit. One block up so you can see it. I'll dip down instead. That's it. This thing takes a decent charge. I could put a ember gauge on it and it'll show you. It takes 2400. That's a decent ember charge, I think that stores. And when you put something in it, it'll go all shiny and sparkly and charged with embers. Nice, nice, nice. Now my mantle jar is full. Mantle jar is basically just like a portable ember storage. Now we can shoot with our gun. The staff can be charged up for this cool beamy kind of thing and shot. Now unfortunately I don't think we've got what do we? No, we don't. So I don't have a test dummy, unfortunately. But they are cool weapons. This can do about half a, like about 8 damage or something like that. I think it does. This does about 2 damage roughly, and obviously these things do 11, 7, and 9. I mean, the Clockwork Pickaxe does nothing particularly special in the sense that it just mines 1 by 1. Same with that. Axe doesn't, as you see, and the hammer does as well. But the hammer destroys the block rather than drop the block. So that's cool. Just to know. So, what other blocks are in this? So, there is a couple other things. There's actually a couple of things I'm not 100% sure what do, because this mod has absolutely no book. As I said, it is in very early, well not very early, it's in early development still, so it's not 100% complete, but there is a couple other items that we'll go through nonetheless. So we can get ourselves a reservoir and a cabinet ring, and what this reservoir does, if we grab ourselves one of these, yep, mechanical cores, I'm actually going to put up maybe a couple, and put down ourselves a reservoir bottom with a cabinet ring, place it in the centre each time. This is a tank. This can hold a lot of liquid, basically. A lot of liquid. If we so wanted, we could get ourselves one of the fluid tanks along with our item pump, iron and mechanical, with a full inventory. You know, it's how I roll. Full inventory is alright. And let's just grab ourselves like a water bucket, for instance. And this should, as you see, pump out of here and put water absolutely everywhere. There we go. And if we have a look inside, it will actually render the water. How cool is that? So we're in here and there's water. Nice, eh? So that'll keep on filling that up. Of course it won't, because I knocked the lever off with that water. But it's getting drained out and put into there. Don't know if you can actually put water. No, you can't put water inside it. It's got to be pumped in through that bottom block. Not a big deal. Not a big deal at all. But as you can see, that's a pretty cool water storage system. That's pretty handy, right? I think it is, at least anyway. Now, there's no item storage, so to speak, apart from the bins that we've seen already. Apart from these, there's no item storage. But there's item transport, and there's things like that. There's also a pretty cool looking lanterns. I totally knew where they are, ember lanterns, which are really quite nice looking. One here just to show. It's got a cool effect. It's got that whole ember glowiness to it. As you can see, and they do a decent amount of lighting up. It's decent enough, I think. I think that's pretty good. Pretty good distance. And they look pretty swank as well. See, they look pretty good. So some of them hanging off of a cool, like a, I don't know, a couple of fences from the top, or maybe even some cable-y sort of stuff. I think they could be very aesthetically pleasing. as is the rest of the stuff in this mod. Now, as you've seen, we've got a few of these multi-block structures, like this one down here. Hurry up and die. We could use them as target practice. Oh well, never mind. So this multi-block structure here, as you say, I can just place these things on top, and there's no worries. It's the same with any of his items. So, like, you could fancify this up quite a bit if you so wanted, with maybe some walls or something on it, and just to, I don't know, give it a roof or something. I'm not a design expert. If you guys don't know me and my building. So yeah, I mean, you can fancify this to your heart's content. You can do whatever you want. So that can be there. I'm trying to be fancy here, guys. I'm trying to do fancy stuff. So I mean, yeah, you can try about and play about with things to make your builds look fancy, and that's on top of that multi-block structure that we already made, without affecting it whatsoever. I think that's pretty cool, and you can still access it from down here. I think that's kind of cool. I'm not going to bother finishing that because there's no point. So yeah, you can make stairs out of the Caminite. You can make slabs and walls, and yeah, you can make some cool stuff. And obviously, all of the blocks all the ingots can be blocked, even the Dalton Stone, because you need that for recipes. So you're about to realise that. As I say, there's a few items I haven't got my head around yet in this mod, and I will do an update to this once I figure it out, or once I know, once I get told, basically. So far, there's a couple of these things. There's a cinder plinth, which I don't know. So if you guys actually know, whoever's watching this, what this does, please tell me, because I haven't figured it out yet. I thought it had something to do with going in here and placing an item in it on top of the smelt tree or something. I just don't know. I just don't know. Really don't. It's beyond me. Let's put it that way. I sort of thought, oh, maybe if I put like that in there, it'll do something. But can't figure it out. There's also something that is kind of cool. Is this crystal cell? This does look cool, by the way. This thing. I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to put it up a couple. Actually, we should use the this thing, mechanical core. I'm going to put it up a couple here, and then I'm going to put the cinder crystal on top. I believe this is another storage system. I believe this is what this is. So if I get ourselves our mechanical core again, oh no, we've already got one. If I get ourselves the input and output stuff, if I put ourselves in receptor and an emitter and a hammer, that starts charging that up. Man, look at all this cool stuff. We've got all these lights going everywhere. Whee! It's not even everything on either. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. So yeah. I haven't got to the stage of knowing what this specifically does, apart from possibly store Ember in a big manner, I would imagine. 'Cause that's all I can think it doing. But as I said, this mod is very early development. Also, with this block here, I kind of figured out it is a massive storage system. So it holds 64,000 Ember. I'm already up to 23,000. And I do believe that crystally thing on the top is getting bigger as well. So it kind of looks cool also. I've been just kind of feeding this slowly and surely, just to keep it topped up. As you see, I'm actually getting a backup of Ember crystals because it doesn't go quick enough. Because I'm putting it through there. I could probably maybe put another receptor, another emitter. Go. I presume this works. I have no idea. Well, that works. So that's now taking it straight out of this bad boy and putting it into here. So this should be filling up double the speed. Yeah, it is. It's filling up quicker now. That's cool. That's so cool. So I might wait a wee while, let this thing fill up to the brim and see what it looks like after that. Maybe have like a wee comparison next to it of one that doesn't have anything. Yeah. So I'll be right back. Okay guys, so I've been playing around with it a little bit more. As you see, I've got the two here and they look basically the same again. So this holds 64,000 and I'm up to about 37 odd on top of it. But if we look at this one, it can store 175,000. How did that happen? How did that change? That's because what I did was just for testing purposes. I thought, oh, I'll put this hopper on the side and see what happens when I put some ember crystals in it. And then strange things started happening. All these lightning and the middle bit started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. That's right. This is now going up to... Oh, candy cane. It's now, oh my god, it's up to that size. Look at the crystal at the top now. It can store... oh my god, it's still getting bigger. Look at it go. So yeah, that's how you increase the storage of your network if you're so inclined to. Now it's 900,000. We're nearing a million. We're nearing a million. A million, and it's still going. It's still growing. Look at that bad boy. So this isn't even basic anymore. Let's remove that and put that back on. So that's the basic. And this is the one that I'm growing massively. So I'm still... I've put two things, so it's charging up with all that ember I can give it. And it's now up to 1.268 million. That is something special. That is something very special. Look at that bad boy. That is very cool. Let's actually set time night. So we can see at night time maybe a little bit better. It's like proper 3D model of like a giant crystal. It looks cool. I think that looks cool. I still haven't figured out what this Cinder Plinth does, but we'll leave that to the side. So yeah, that's how you charge that thing up and give yourself some more storage. I presume we can go even higher than that. I presume we can just keep on going indefinitely. Oh yeah, we can. I wonder how big that thing actually gets. It's bound to have a limit, surely. And surely this doesn't get too big. Maybe it does. Who knows? Anyway, guys, this is the Trish Etkin. I don't need to sign off here. I don't need to. No, I'm going to have to edit that now. God damn it. Another quick update, guys. So I've been working away, trying to figure out that last little block. This thing right here. That's right. Finally figured it out. It does need this power added onto the side. It didn't look like it connected anywhere, but I finally got it connected. Sorry for the mess in the ground, but I got it working. And literally you put the oak in the side and it starts burning. Yeah, so it starts burning. Eventually it'll start popping out the little embers. I wonder if I put that on the side. I wonder if it goes in there. No, it doesn't. Oh, I wonder if it goes in the bottom though. Let's go to the bottom. So I've got 4 on me just now. It does. Okay, so it pumps out to the bottom. That's pretty cool. And with this, you get ashes. Now, ashes are used for aesthetics, not prosthetics, aesthetics. Ashen. Ashen stone, ashen blocks, they're purely decorative, not anything useful just now. But they are cool looking blocks, if you ask me. And you didn't, but still, unfortunately not connected to textures. If they would be, that would be out of sight. But it does look kind of cool, these ashen blocks. And as I say, these can be stones and walls and all the good things that can be made normally. Slabs and walls. Looks kind of cool, quite thick walls that actually. And of course these can be made into tiles, which are made by the bricks. That can be made into bricks as well. Should have said that. So it can be made into bricks and tiles and yeah, lots of good stuff. Lots of cool looking blocks that you can use for more of your aesthetics. I think that's pretty nifty if you ask me. since now that I figured it out, like right at the end. It's an aesthetical thing, so it's not too big a deal. It's not too big a deal for me figuring it out at the very end of the thing. So we've got 27 there. So that's pretty cool. This time I've seen everything, right? I'm pretty sure I've gone through everything in the Ember activator. Yep. I'm pretty sure we're good. And so, to finish off our little review, this is the Trish Etkin signing off. Have fun.